Okay, good morning from me. I don't know where you are, but it's morning for me. I'm Vicky Saumell. I live in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I was delighted to receive an invitation from Rob to speak at this very innovative event. And I was even happier when I got the question because it got me thinking about how I started blogging and what it has done for me in many ways. So let's begin. Um, Do I think it helps you grow your career? Definitely yes. Definitely yes. And it has done so for me in multiple ways. So we are going to explore different ways of blogging and the different benefits I have learned and had from it. So to start, this is my blog. It's called Educational Technology in ELT. I started this blog in 2009, and I started it as a result of an Evo session I attended called Becoming a Webhead. I am a proud webhead, and I did the course in 2008, and it really opened my mind in terms of the use of learning technologies, so language learning. And one of the things I was immediately drawn to start blogging about my own experiences with learning technologies. So one thing you can do is start your own blog on a topic of interest. And this topic of interest can be anything from something very, very specific to a very general blog about teaching English. In my case, my passion is educational technology, so I thought it was only it was the reason why I should blog about that. But if you are not so sure about a very specific topic, then a general blog in which you can discuss various things, various aspects of teaching is also a very good idea. There are so many blogs out there that talk, that refer to so many different topics. It's brilliant to see. So this is one of the things. However, it may seem that starting your own blog right away may sound difficult. So if you're not so sure about that, what you can do first is you can try guest blogging in somebody else's blog. I had the luck, I would say I was fortunate enough to be able to guest blog in many very interesting blogs. For example, the one I'm showing, where Ken Wilson invited me to talk about my daring decision of working with my secondary school students without course books. And of course, this had nothing to do with my educational technology blog. So this was a very interesting way of starting to explore things that I would not be able to post in my educational technology blog. So guest blogging in other blogs is a way of exploring other areas of interest. I have written a few guest posts on people's blogs, and if you don't know where to start, well, if you are on Facebook and you have lots of colleagues who are already blogging, you can definitely ask them if they would be kind enough to let you write a guest post for them. That's another way to start. Maybe you can start guest blogging, and then when you are more confident and more certain about the kind of things you want to share, the kind of audience you want to have, then you can start your own blog. So let's move on. What are the benefits of blogging? And I have found there are many, many benefits of blogging. So the first is that it allows exploration. And what I found was that in my will to produce regular posts for my educational technology blog, I had to start investigating topics in more detail so as to produce a quality post. So many times I had an idea, but from the idea to the final blog post, there was a lot of exploration of different tools and different ideas until the idea became the full post that appeared on the blog. So I think this is great because I think education and I think evolution and growing has to do with exploring new things and with being dynamic in our learning. Another thing that that was very important for me was that it allows self-reflection. And in many cases, for example, I have a dedicated blog in the Teaching English website from the British Council, and that's very interesting because the topics that we are usually presented with are topics that I had to do a lot of self-reflection to write about. These are not topics that I would usually write about, but I usually choose something that I'm interested in, and this process of self-reflecting, of thinking about your practice and thinking about your past experiences and trying to put all that into a post, into an article, and verbalizing and putting into words what you sometimes have in your mind but have not given enough time to flourish. I think this is very important. I think self-reflection in the teaching career is very important. Another advantage is that it may allow you to do some action research to publish them on your blog, finding some part of your practice that you need to change, doing some kind of action research with your classes, and then using your blog as a means of publishing those results. One more benefit is that it allows dialogue with colleagues, and you will probably be thinking that a blog is not very interactive in terms of dialogue, but I have found that very interesting blog posts have the most interesting comments below, and a good blog post can trigger fantastic discussion. So I do really think that going beyond the blog post into the comments can allow a lot of dialogue with colleagues. One more benefit is that it of course allows social networking, meeting other people who comment, and then you get back, and then you go and read their blog, and then you get to know somebody else. And through blogging, I have got to know lots of people who were initially virtual relationships and have come to be real friends, and I have got to meet them in real life. So social networking has been a real benefit for me from my blogging. And the last benefit, and this is indeed something that has helped me in my career, is that you are putting yourself out there for others to read you, to talk to you, to hire you maybe for some job. So blogging for me has been a very productive professional activity. And I think I'm done.